Welcome to day 8 of the 25 most notable bourbons of 2022.
And today we will be trying this one.
That one.
This one. Let's find out what it is. Welcome back. It's another day. It's another glass. Let's see what's up.
This smells very familiar.
Yes.
This is
Oh yeah.
malty oats and tea and honey.
Yep.
So familiar.
Very.
Like a warm blanket. But like, it's not, luxury hotel blanket. It's just your blanket at home on your couch on a Friday night when you've had a bad day.
I love that blanket.
Right? It's like nothing special, but it's just what you needed.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. Pretty solid. All right. Well, to your health.
Honestly, I gotta say, I feel the same way about the palate.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it exceptional.
But it's solid.
Solid, right?
I would say a little heat, a little sweet.
Little heat, little sweet?
Yeah.
I think everything that I said on the nose translates to the palate.
A little dry.
A little dry.
Yep. Oak on the rolling into oak.
Yeah, I get like a lot of the char from the oak,
Uh-huh.
Medium finish,
Medium
long.
finish. I feel like it's not super complex.
But
not taking me on a journey.
It's not.
It's taking me on a nostalgia trip is what it's doing.
It's not like an onion of a,
It's
pour.
not
There's not
layers.
peeling
It's not
back
making
layers.
me cry.
It's not something that I would say, oh, this is one you gotta sit with for hours, and
Uh-huh.
every time you sip it, you're gonna unveil something new. It's just solid,
Yeah. Second sip.
I don't know. I'm not like, it's very drinkable, but I'm not like, not excited. I'm not like craving that next sip, But it's very drinkable. I could see me having this on a weekly basis.
And that's where I think it lands. It's more in a daily drinker than it is maybe a 25 best of the year. So we're gonna have to ask ourselves once we find out what this is, why we put it in here, because we gotta own up.
Because we gotta know. Yeah.
I feel like I have had a lot of this in a night. I have that feeling, like how you can kind of be like, oh, I've had a few of these before.
It's very familiar. But I like it, right?
I do too.
And we didn't put anything in here that we don't like,
Yeah.
so that makes sense. But
it's an old friend.
it's an old friend, Is it the most exciting and thrilling thing on the face of the planet? It's not.
I'll tell you what is the most exciting and thrilling thing on the planet right now.
What?
WhiskyAmbitions.com. It's where you can get our Glencairns, also our Copitas, rocks glasses, shirts like this whiskey shirt and
Angel
Share.
There's something in the air.
This
It's
this
whiskey.
monogram patch hat, which you can get 10% off all 3 of these things and these things.
And more.
And more, anything that's not on sale when you use coupon code IBNHoliday10 at checkout at WhiskyAmbitions.com.
Do it. You can also become a patron at patreon.com/itsbourbonnight and join our community for as little as $1 a month. And you might want to do that considering that we have some very exciting barrel picks coming up that will be released to Patreon first, including our Maker's Pick, which is, should I tell them the name?
Go for it.
It's the Butterscotch Effect.
Love it.
How exciting. We've got a Barrel Craft Spirits, a Knob Creek, a Four Roses, and a Russell's, and a Kentucky Spirit coming out in 2023 and more.
Oh, boy.
Who knows what the future holds, Chad?
Oh boy.
Only we do.
Okay, third or something up here.
I have thoughts.
I'm getting more of that honey tea.
Honey tea for sure.
Yeah, but there's also
Honey
this.
tea, but there's a slight nutty, malty.
That's
It's
a
a malty.
grain. There's a grain in there, not grainy, but grain.
Right. It's nutty in the way that malty is nutty, not peanut buttery.
Yes.
Yes, it's malty.
Huh. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Are you ready?
What do you think it's not? I don't think it's 12, 15 plus years old.
I think we might be dealing with one of our, what do we call them? Our
staple.
Standards or staples. So I don't think we brought this up this year, but we put 5 sort of staples
every
the
day
mix
on the shelf.
to see how they shake up with the exceptional ones that are just yearly releases. I kind of feel like we might be dealing with one of those
I
this
think
time.
so too. I think that by doing that, some of you might be like, why do you do that, Chad and Sarah? I think it's great to see, how everyday readily available pours for most asterisk, right, stack up to some of these very expensive limited editions. So I agree with you. I think that we might be dealing with something that's a little bit more accessible, yet that doesn't make it not good. It's just with these other ones, we're talking age statements, we're talking expert blending, we're talking finishes. They're throwing everything at the dartboard with these other ones.
Watch us be wrong.
Watch us be wrong.
We have been drinking.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong. Larceny Barrel Proof C922.
Okay, but while I like the Larceny of this year,
There's the
I
nutty.
would say the Larceny Barrel Proof is one of the more, I don't want to say the word, one of the more accessible tasting.
You were gonna say pedestrian?
I was, and I don't mean it like that.
No,
But I think we nailed it with that like malty nutty.
because it is a wheated bourbon, so the sweetness of the corn is showing through. I said a little bit of heat, a little bit of sweet.
A little bit heat, a little
There
bit
you go.
sweet.
The sweetness from the corn, the heat from it being barrel proof. Now we did like C922 the best, and it was sort of like a little shining light this year for Larceny barrel proof, kind of being better than previous years.
And here's my question, Chad.
Yeah.
Is this the least expensive one on the list?
Taking out those standards that we were just talking
Right,
about.
remove the standards of the 25 best of.
Probably.
I think this is the most affordable one on the list, which
I mean,
again,
technically, Elijah Craig barrel proof should be around the same price.
I think the Larceny Barrel Proof comes in a little bit under.
Maybe a little bit under, yeah. So it is 126.6 proof. It is non-age stated, but it's not a 12-year like the Elijah Craig barrel proof. It's about half of that. It's around a 6-year.
Which again
But
makes sense for everything that we said.
Non-age stated, yeah. So a little bit younger, and a wheated mash bill leads to that, as we said, sort of graininess. Not in a bad way, but
No,
a little
not
bit
in a
more
bad
grain
way.
forward, right?
I'm not mad at it,
No.
but I think I can confidently say that it's not going to top the charts.
So I guess the question is, why did we put this in here? As we said before, this C release of this year sort of spoke to us more than, well, any of the others from 2022, but also
in recent
recent
times.
years,
Yeah.
it brought more to the table. And I think when you take that out of the equation and you're looking at it blind and you're comparing it to the things we've had previous so far in the list and things we know that are on the list, when you start putting it under that microscope, it's like, yes, everything we said is true, but when you stack it up against everything else, it's coming in a little bit lower.
But I think it's nice to be able to sit here and say, like, it is a solid pour and have it be one of the more affordable options on the list.
Yeah.
Like, again, I feel like it deserved to be included just to see how it stacks up.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised because I wouldn't expect one of the more affordable things on the list to beat something that's, say, $150, $250.
It'd be great if it did. And that's
It
why
would
we
be
do
great.
it.
It would be a lovely surprise.
Yeah.
However, that would also be an upset because it's like, then why are you charging $150 or $250 for this thing when we've got this, $60 to $70 thing over here that beat it? So
Correct.
it just kind of proves the point as to why they're maybe charging more. Now that's not always the case.
No.
But in this instance, it
Yes,
might.
seems to be, right?
Now we still don't know where this will fall in the end. This could very
No.
well fall in the middle of the pack.
It could. It very well could. You
We'll
never
see.
know. You never know. But that's where we gotta leave. Hey, if you haven't subscribed to us already, you can do so by clicking right up here. There's suggestions of other videos down here. We hope to see you over there in one of those. Thanks, Sarah.
Thanks, Chad.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, drink more bourbon.